Japan. I want to talk about Japan and the trip that I had. Just a full Japan recap here. It was legitimately the trip of a lifetime. Every single day, I was saying, "Man, I'll remember this forever." And then it just got to a point where I was like, "This has to be the greatest week and a half, 2 weeks of my life." It was absolutely incredible. So I'm going to go a full recap. I want to talk about a few different things, and this is going to be a lot of fun because this trip, it was a magical trip. It really was, and that's an adjective that I don't typically use, but this was special, and it'll mean a lot to me for the rest of my life. So first thing I want to talk about, baseball in Japan is definitely a little bit different. So I want to start with 5 things that Major League Baseball needs. So 5 things that we need to bring to America. At number 5, fireworks during the game. I was at a baseball game in Japan. It was the Yakult Swallows game. And after like the 5th inning, the lights went down. This scoreboard countdown began. And I was like, oh man, what are we counting down to? This is going to be fun. Little did I know how fun. The countdown ended and fireworks shot into the sky. It was the middle of the game. We got a full-blown fireworks show. This wasn't like 1, 2, 3 fireworks. This was like 3 minutes of just massive fireworks shooting off in the middle of the game. Love that. We need that. Enough of post-game fireworks. Ha ha ha. I raise you mid-game fireworks, my friends. We need that, and it's here at number 5. At number 4, away jerseys sold at games. Any game you go to. Let's say you go to a Tokyo Giants game. Whoever they're playing, the away team jerseys will be in the shop for you to buy. I love that. It's unbelievably smart. You go to a game, not everybody there is fans of, let's say, the Tokyo Giants. Roughly 30% of the crowd is fans of another team. Why not have their gear in the shop as well? I think it's a very smart thing to do, and it's at number 4 on my list. At number 3, cheerleaders. Everybody has cheerleaders. Why don't we in America? I don't know. But we sure should. They're everywhere. They have a name, like whatever team that they're a cheerleader for. They all have their squad. One of them was known as the Passion. I forget which team it was, but there's about like every team has like 10 to 15 cheerleaders, and they go around pregame when they're announcing the team. They're out on the field doing these dances. They're getting the crowd pumped up. They're holding signs. They're holding banners. They're dancing around. They're making people excited. They're waving. What are we doing by not doing that? Look, football, cheerleaders. Basketball, cheerleaders and dancers. Baseball, nope. It's just you, a beer, and the baseball game. No cheerleaders to pump you up. We need that here, and it's here at number 3 on my list. At number 2, just the crowd experience from start to finish. There's pep rallies before the game. Fans out and about getting pumped up. The cheerleaders that were at number 3 are also out there doing that. But it's just a great experience from when you show up to when the game ends. Then you go inside and the game starts. There's a band out in the outfield playing the drums. There's flags twirling. There's chants for every team has multiple different chants. It's a party in the stand. Everybody talks about like soccer games and how you go to soccer games and there's chants and it's just a party in the stands. You go to Japan baseball games and it's just a massive party in the stands. It's so much fun. And I think that's kind of the theme of why this is here at number 2 is it's just fun. Like, aside from what's even going on out on the field, you're having fun in the stands. There's, you're bopping along to the beat of the drums. There's flags flying. Also, a really cool thing there is the fans are split. Whatever team you're a fan of is determining what side of the stadium you're sitting on. So the separate fans aren't really intermingled. And one of the producers that was out there with me, actually, at one of the games, bought an away jersey at the home of the home team, which was number 4 on my list. He bought an away jersey, goes inside, and went to film something with a camera. They wouldn't let him past a certain point. There was a line in the stands where you couldn't cross the fan line. So, one, I think that's really cool because it just makes the optics look awesome. Like, you look out and you know where the other fans are and you know where your fans are. And it's a very stark contrast. But also, like, there's no fighting. Not that there would be in Japan, but there are in the stands in America. There wouldn't be near as much fighting. You're separated. It looks really cool. Just the whole fan experience is something I was blown away by. I loved watching baseball games in Japan because of the fan experience, and that's why it's here at number 2. And number 1, without a doubt, and when I tell you that we need this at Major League Baseball games, we need this. At number 1, beer girls. They're everywhere. They are carrying kegs on their backs, full-size kegs, and they are working. They're the hardest workers in the stadium. I have no problem saying that. These beer girls are the hardest workers in the stadium. They are hustling around. There are hundreds. The second you raise your hand, you don't even have to be making eye contact or looking for one. They don't even have to be around you. So you think, you raise your hand, there's a beer girl there within 10 seconds. Within 10 seconds, you will have a beer in your hand, right from the keg off of their back. It is brilliant. It is genius. And I don't know why we don't have it in the United States. Maybe it's just because nobody knows about beer girls. But I am here to start the beer girl movement in the United States. You heard it here first. If you're listening, I don't know who can make this happen, but just trust me here. Sales will go through the roof just because of how quick it is. Like, sometimes I would even just, like, raise my hand to wave at somebody. Guess what? Beer girl shows up. Well, I guess I'll get a beer now. You're really good at your job. Just trust me, it's the greatest thing going, and we need them here in the United States. And that rounds out my list of the top things that we need to adopt from baseball in Japan. Fireworks in the game, away jerseys sold at games, cheerleaders, crowd experience, and beer girls. Thanks for watching. If you love Flippin Bats, swinging 3-0, or just talking ball, join us. Call us at 213-537-9339 with your questions. We have a weekly guest, and we have a lot of fun, so hit that subscribe button.